What's up YouTube, the God of Foot is back baby, long awaited video. As I've promised, I'm going to do old gen tactics, old gen baby. Woo! So, as we talked about it before, I am trying to get myself a very special community. I am no pro player by any means, I'm a content creator. And I'm a person who enjoys, left stick dribbling, a lot of skills and whatnot. I really don't care for like a slow gameplay. That is why I don't really enjoy new gen, to be honest with you. And to top it all off, you get matched up against PC and they do like all sorts of cheat. Not all of them. Respect to everybody who's playing PC and playing normally, but a lot of people do. Like, I played a guy, I think 2 weeks ago, who had this weird cheat that his stamina didn't get affected at all. Like, he was playing constant pressure the entire game and his stamina didn't drop one bit. Anyways, we do old gen maybe now because it's more enjoyable for me at least, and if I can create a community through that, so be it. I would love that. I promise some of you lot that we do, tactics for old gen. There we are, doing it now. Come on lads. The thing is, today I'm just gonna talk about 442. Mwah! My beautiful 442. I've been rocking 442, 41212 narrow like for ages, for years, man, and I love it. Trick to it, everybody, trick to it. This bad boy is doing Halloween thing. I love it. I just updated it. It looks so good. Anyways, this is the team I'm rocking. You're probably wondering where Ginola is at. I sold them. What's the point of paying for cards if you can get the same results? It's fun and all, but I prefer untradeable. I've always have, and this untradeable team is the fire. The only thing I bought for the same is my boy Mende, and he is so good. He's goated, and this bad boy here is also tradable, but it's a first owner tradable. And I really like Dembele. He's very good. Anyways, we are only here to talk about 442, innit? 442 baby. A couple of things to talk about before we begin. First of all, I would not recommend using anyone's tactics. When I was younger, I would make a mistake of like copying someone's gameplays, copying someone's tactics to kind of get more wins, to be honest with you. But that's not the case. You need to remember, not everyone plays the same game style. That is why you can't just copy their gameplay, copy their, imitate their tactics. Somebody plays, a lot of crosses, somebody plays a lot of short passes, somebody does a lot of, through balls and whatnot. You need to make sure you remember that when you're copying someone's tactic. And like, when I was younger, I would make the same mistake and end up getting, somewhat questionable results from it. That is why I am recommending not to copy. Try to get ideas from other people's, tactics and make them your own. So, 442 baby, 442 costume tactics, isn't it? Alright, so at the moment I'm rocking 442 with 2 CDMs. The thing is, I am trying new things still. I am rocking a new one at the moment, which is very nice indeed. So 45 width with 70 depth. Balanced, direct passing, 45 width. 4 players in the box, corners 2, free kicks 2. I am trying at direct passing because it's a bit faster to build up, But I would recommend using balance as well. The thing is, I don't really care for anything but balance, but direct passing is really growing on me. It's nicer, it's faster. It's not too bad. So keep that in mind. Try out the balance or direct passing. Anyways, my original tactics were this, by the way. I was rocking 45. I'm trying out 70 because I wanted to see how it feels differently. The thing is that due to the style that I play, I keep a lot of positions. So I'm a position sort of land, and I do a lot of seals. I chip the ball close to me, and I don't do like just through ball, go, run. I never do that. I bet hardly ever do that actually. I don't use my venues to create space. I don't do through balls. I do short passing, dribbling, short passing, dribbling, short passing, dribbling. So keep that in mind as well. 45-45, that is one. And the thing I'm currently using is 70, right? With this kind of, this kind of looking game. So we do have Rashford and Rodrigo who are insane up front. Griezmann on the right mid spot, you're probably wondering what I'm gonna explain in a second. And then Dembele out wide. The thing about this tactic is that I am using Griezmann as my third striker. I hardly ever go through right to do attacks. I create space using Dembele, and Griezmann is there to score, especially them beautiful, finesse shots of dreams. For me to be able to do that is to use Griezmann with cut inside, get in behind, and get into the box for crosses. That is how I make the most out of my Griezmann. Otherwise, he'd be stuck out in the wind, and he's kind of slow, so that doesn't work. Anyways, about the instructions, I do stay central, get in behind, stay forward. I've been doing this for ages. I don't like my striker, as I told you, to go out wide. I hate that. So we do a stay central, get in behind, stay forward. The reason why I do stay forward is because I do short passing, a lot of short passing. If I were to do long balls or through balls, I would do like probably balance or come back on defense, If you use come back on defense and balance, they drop out a little bit, and then you can create them runs. But if I want to do through balls during the game, I could do player locks. One. Number two, you can use RB, R1, L1 PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken, yes. So you can just manually, control your players' movement, play with them a little bit. I like this because it pushes the defenders like the farther upfield as possible, because I don't want to give my opponents a lot of space, and I like it better. I feel more comfortable. You have to do what you feel comfortable the most, innit? Anyway, so same goes for both my strikers. Cut inside, get in behind, get into the box. My CMs actually, stay back, cover center. I don't want help from my CMs to score, because it really creates a space for my opponent to do counterattacks. And I am a shite defender. I am the worst possible. So for me to win, I need to outscore and outclass my opponent. I don't stop playing and say, okay, let's hold down position and let's win 1-0, I'm like, no, I'm gonna concede. I need to score a lot of goals. Alright, so stay back, cover center. For me to be able to perform as well as I do, I need two high highs. I just love high highs. So that is why I'm using Xabi Alonso, the untradeable version. Obviously, there are so many better versions. If you've got better cards, obviously this formation plays out better. Step back, cover center, remember that? Alright, about Dembele. Nothing but getting behind. So I want him to stay out wide sometimes if he wants to cut inside, blah blah blah. But I just want him to make runs, come back, make runs, come back. But nothing too defensive, because this is my go-to formation to sort out games. I want him to be balanced. And for my left backs and right backs, both stay back overlap. Stay back overlap all day, baby. That is it, to be honest. Alright. So how I play, right? I keep the ball, I dribble, I score. If I don't, I'm in big trouble, because my depth is like 70 at the moment, and it used to be 45, but honestly it feels the same. Because of my game style, I always am exposed to counterattacks, and I was like, what's the point of rocking 45 if I concede goals either ways? This way I can manually press my opponent's back. That's it, that's about it. And my other formation that I rock at the moment is 4-4-2-2, right? Balance, 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 3-1-1 with this 45 again. Depth is 35, width is 30. Alright, I don't usually use this formation, but I sometimes do to, if I'm 3-0 up and I feel like my opponent is pressing me, whatever, I want to keep the ball and whatnot, I want to make the game slower, I do this, and sometimes I'll do slow build up, to piss my opponent off, but I don't really like this formation either. I'm not a defensive player, to be fair, and that is why I don't enjoy this. Alright, about the instructions, get in behind, come back on defense. You can rock the same formation with 4-4-2 by the way, but this gives more stability to your midfielders. Alright, stay back, cover center. For Bellingham, I got cut passing lane because he's torn. I like him to do that. For my, left mid, right mid, again get him behind, come back on defense. I don't want my Dembele to push all the way back. That is why I don't do that. Also, in this formation, you can do a lot of long balls while away, which I don't really enjoy, but you could. And then stay back, overlap, stay back, overlap. Two more formations that I'm trying out at the moment, 4-3-2, 1-4, 1-2, 1-2. Narrow is my go-to formation. It's not as good as it used to be on FIFA this year, but it is what it is. I switched once or twice. It caught my opponent off guard, but not really recommended at the moment. 4-1-2-1-2 narrow is one of the formations that you need a banging squad. I mean, like top tier squad to be able to play with it perfectly. A 4-3-2-1 is somewhat similar to 4-4-2, but I'm not here to talk about it. Remember this: 45-70. Give 45-45 a go, right? You need to be able to play with your depth a little bit to get the best out of your, tactics, and like to see what is more usable for you. I'm rocking 70 at the moment, but honestly, I don't really feel the difference between 70 and 45 for my game style, because my defenders are always in the center of the field. I am always exposed to counterattacks, and yeah, basically that's it. Yes, quick tips. One of the things that a lot of people do when they lose a game is to start the second game, right? You lose a game, you're upset, you start up another game, you probably lose that game. If you win, your mentality is alright again, but you get more upset, you're prone to, lose more games afterwards. So, if I were you and I lost a game, I would go chill out. Don't start another game immediately. So, relax a little bit, then come back, you get more wins, I guarantee. And remember, for you to be able to rock 4-4-2 as perfectly as possible, defensively, you need to make sure you don't switch to your center backs when it's not needed. You're gonna create space, because this is an attacking, formation in my point of view. It's not defensive at all. So if you expose your center backs, you're gonna be very, very breakable in the back, and then you're gonna concede a lot of goals. So remember that. Never push with your strikers unless you are a fantastic defender and you can 100% get the ball. Otherwise, play with your CMs. Play with your CMs a lot, and you can get help from, with your right stick switching. You can get help from your right mid, left mid in game to kind of come back and help you out in defense. Alright lads, so if you enjoyed the content like this, let me know. If you need any more tactics, any more, a gameplay breakdown or whatever, drop it down in the comments. I'll make sure to talk about it as much as possible. If you have any questions, please do ask. I will make sure to make another video to talk about them. You know, share me your thoughts. Try this out. Old gen, not new gen, old gen, try this out. Let me know how it turned out for you, and make sure you're you know, implementing all the tips that I told you. Play with the instruction a little bit. Don't just, you know, answer vehicle late with these tactics and expect to get, you know, as many wins as possible. This is just, you know, quick tip for you lot to get the best out of your 442 old gen. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Love you all. See you.